At Mater Dei High School, lacrosse is family, but recently their 35-year-old coach, Johnny Rodriguez, was diagnosed with a fatal disease. He and his lacrosse coaching wife, Christina, have a 1-year-old and they're expecting their second son. Now, with the help of his lacrosse family and non-traditional treatment, he's holding on to one thing tighter than his old pro goalie stick: hope. Johnny Rodriguez has stood tall over the Mater Dei lacrosse program for a decade, but now he's looking up at a health journey steeper than Mount Everest.
I couldn't believe it, to be honest. It was one of the worst days of my life, honestly. Like, a person that I love so much, like Johnny.
I honestly went to my room and I cried for a little bit. I was so distraught.
Over a year ago, he was dealing with what he thought was a pinched nerve. In October, he learned he has ALS.
I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
Known as Lou Gehrig's disease, it attacks the nervous system. It weakens muscles and impacts physical function. It's fatal.
You get this, it's like the doctors literally tell you, prepare to die. Like, get your wheelchair ready to go. So it's just a dark place. We need more optimism.
Johnny and his wife have a 1-year-old son, and Christina is 7 months pregnant. The average person with ALS only lives 2 to 5 years, but this man is not average.
Am I going to get to see my kid graduate from high school? Am I going to get to see him play sports? Who's going to be there to teach him some of the toughest lessons in life? Who's going to be there to tell her I love you before bed every night? Before I came here, Kurt, I had to drink a water bottle with 2 hands.
He's attacking the disease like the great coach that he is. He's detailed a game plan that includes 3 days a week at Ascent Adaptation and Regeneration.
Obviously looked up what the prognosis was and the disease, and it was a little terrifying to me, you know, because we never promise anything ever. What we always talk about is the human body and how God created us to be able to regenerate and self-heal. When Johnny arrived, most of the 12 so-called circuit breakers in his system were not working. That's changed.
He had 7 of those circuits turned off, and now he's only got 2.
There's only 70 of these CVAC machines in the world, and Johnny will spend hours in here.
In essence, it's taking you up and down in altitude. The higher you go in altitude, the less oxygen molecules there are, and so your body innately knows that it needs to produce more red blood cells.
After his initial diagnosis, he stopped at a church for a 3-hour cry. Since then, it's game on.
Really just turned a switch mentally and started talking about how, you know, I think I have this for a reason, and I think, you know, I have a greater purpose.
From the minute we wake up, she senses my cue, and she knows she's got to go into that overload positivity mode that day.
Do you know, if he's only got 10%, you know, I'm trying to pull for the other 90% that day.
Every day I wake up, it's not just me that wants to do this. It's the army that's behind me, too. I'm the one.
Yeah.
I'm the one with ALS. That obviously I'd much rather not have met you guys, but it's an opportunity in itself that we got to attack head on.
Those Mater Dei students just love him, and a booster at Mater Dei donated his first full month of treatment. This is in a disease where you don't get better. Johnny is getting better. They have a GoFundMe page on his Instagram. You can see it at J3Rod. Again, that's on Instagram. I'll be posting it on Facebook. He's in for a tough journey, but it's not false hope. He's not getting worse right now, which is phenomenal.
And he has a lot of people who really care about him.
As he says, takes a village. He's got a strong village.
Very moving. We wish him the very best.
Amen.